Most people think financial failure happens suddenly. They imagine one bad decision, one lost job, one emergency bill, and everything collapses overnight. But the truth is far more dangerous. Most people do not go broke in one dramatic moment. They go broke quietly, slowly, and almost invisibly. It happens through habits that seem harmless. It happens through tiny purchases that feel insignificant. It happens through monthly payments that look manageable. It happens through upgrades people think they deserve, subscriptions they forget about, convenience fees they ignore, and lifestyles that expand faster than their income. By the time any people realize they are trapped, years have already passed. Their savings are gone, debt has grown, stress feels normal, and freedom has become something they only remember. That is why this matters now, not later, because financial decline rarely announces itself. It whispers while distracting you with comfort. Right now, there are millions of people earning decent salaries who still feel constant pressure. They work hard, get paid, and wonder why nothing changes. They receive raises, but somehow feel no richer. They make more money than they did years ago, but have less peace than ever before. On the outside, everything may look fine. Nice apartment, reliable car, new phone, vacations on social media, branded clothes, delivered food, weekend spending. But behind closed doors, many of these same people are anxious. They avoid checking bank balances. They hope no emergency happens this month. They delay medical care. They carry credit card balances. They depend completely on the next paycheck arriving on time. This is one of the biggest financial illusions in modern life. Looking successful and being secure are not the same thing. Looking rich can be purchased. Real security must be built. The truth most people never hear is simple. Many of the things you own may be the exact reason you are falling behind. Every possession asks something from you. Money, time, maintenance, storage, cleaning, attention, upgrades, insurance, replacement, emotional energy. People often think ownership ends at the checkout counter. It does not. Ownership begins there. A cheap purchase that becomes clutter may cost more than an expensive item used daily. A car payment is not just a payment. It may include insurance, fuel, repairs, parking, registration, and future replacement. A large home is not just rent or mortgage. It may mean furniture, decoration, utilities, repairs, taxes, and pressure to fill empty rooms. A new phone is not just a phone. It often creates cases, accessories, app purchases, upgrades, and the habit of replacing working things too early. This is why many people feel financially exhausted without understanding why. Their money is not disappearing. It is being redirected into maintaining a lifestyle they no longer question. Minimalism is often misunderstood. People think it means empty rooms, owning almost nothing, or living without comfort. Real minimalism has nothing to do with suffering. It is about removing what drains you so you can strengthen what serves you. It is about buying intentionally instead of emotionally. It is about choosing freedom over image, peace over clutter, and value over impulse. It asks one uncomfortable but powerful question before every decision. Does this truly improve my life? Or am I reacting to boredom, insecurity, or pressure? That single question can save thousands of dollars and years of regret. The first money rule is this: measure cost by use, not by price. Many people buy cheap things repeatedly and expensive things emotionally. Neither is wise. Price alone tells you almost nothing. Value comes from repeated usefulness. A quality jacket worn 200 times may be far cheaper than a trendy jacket worn twice. Durable shoes used daily may cost less over time than cheap pairs constantly replaced. A blender used every morning can be worth more than a decorative item that only gathers dust. Before buying something, ask how often you will realistically use it in the next year. Not ideally, not in fantasy. Realistically, divide the price by that number. This destroys emotional thinking and replaces it with clarity. The second rule is the replacement test. Look around your room. If this item disappeared today, would you spend your own money to buy it again immediately? If the answer is no, then why is it still occupying your home, attention, and space? Many people are storing the remains of old identities, hobby equipment from interests that ended years ago, clothes that no longer fit their style or body, decor they never liked, duplicate items bought because they forgot what they already owned, gifts they feel guilty removing. Every object that no longer serves a purpose quietly taxes your environment. Sell what has value. Donate what can help someone else. Remove what belongs to a past version of you. The third rule: boredom is not an emergency. Modern marketing depends on making people feel dissatisfied with perfectly functional things. A new phone launches, and suddenly your current phone feels old. A new fashion trend appears, and your clothes feel outdated. A neighbor upgrades their car, and your car feels embarrassing. But none of these feelings are facts. They are manufactured dissatisfaction. If something works, keep using it. If something serves you, continue appreciating it. The ability to resist unnecessary upgrades is one of the most profitable habits a person can build. Delayed replacement often matters more than increased income. The fourth rule is to design friction for spending and ease for saving. Human behavior follows convenience more than intention. If shopping takes one click, people spend casually. If saving requires effort, people postpone it. Reverse that system. Remove stored payment methods from shopping sites. Delete apps that trigger random purchases. Unsubscribe from marketing emails that create fake urgency. Then automate transfers into savings and investments the day income arrives. Make the wise action easier than the foolish one. Do not rely on motivation every month. Build systems that work even when motivation disappears. The fifth rule is to count what you already own. People buy excess partly because they underestimate abundance. They think they need another shirt because they never counted 40 shirts already hanging in the closet. They buy another mug while 12 sit unused. They buy notebooks, cables, skincare, shoes, and tools because ownership without awareness creates endless repetition. Counting creates truth. Truth creates restraint. Once you know what you already have, unnecessary buying starts to feel irrational. The sixth rule is to borrow, rent, or test before buying. Many expensive mistakes begin with imagined identity. People buy camping gear imagining a new adventurous life. They buy instruments imagining discipline. They buy cameras imagining creativity. They buy fitness machines imagining consistency. But buying equipment does not create commitment. Often it replaces commitment. Instead, test interest first. Rent the gear. Borrow the tool. Use a beginner version. Join a short course. If interest survives experience, then purchase intentionally. Let reality earn the upgrade. The seventh rule is to calculate ecosystem cost. The main price is often the smallest price. A pool may require chemicals, cleaning, repairs, insurance, and utilities. A pet may need food, grooming, vet bills, boarding, and years of care. A luxury apartment may create pressure for matching furniture and lifestyle spending. A bigger television may trigger subscriptions, sound systems, furniture changes, and wasted hours. Before buying anything significant, ask what new expenses it invites into your life. Purchases rarely arrive alone. The eighth rule is to define enough early. If you never decide what enough means, desire becomes endless. Income rises, then expenses rise to meet it. People call this progress while feeling no freer. More salary becomes more payments. Better titles become higher stress. Larger homes become larger obligations. Decide now what level of housing, transport, clothing, and lifestyle is sufficient for a meaningful life. Once enough is defined, extra income becomes a weapon for building assets instead of feeding appetite. The ninth rule is understanding that wealth means optionality. Real wealth is not about impressing strangers. It is the ability to choose, to leave a toxic workplace, to survive layoffs without panic, to help family when needed, to take time off and recover health, to change careers, to move cities, to say no when your values are threatened. The person with low expenses and strong reserves often has more power than the person with high income and heavy obligations. Freedom hides in margins. The 10th rule is cyclical decluttering. Do not wait for one giant reset. People do the same with finances. They overspend 4 months, Then promise one dramatic fix. Sustainable change is smaller and steadier. Remove 3 unused items each week. Review subscriptions monthly. Lower one recurring cost every quarter. Increase investments gradually. Build habits that can continue during busy seasons, stressful seasons, and imperfect seasons. Tiny actions repeated 4 years outperform intense actions abandoned after days. There is also a mental side to money that numbers alone cannot capture. Cluttered environments often produce cluttered decisions. Constant temptation creates decision fatigue. Too many possessions mean too many choices, too much maintenance, and too many reminders of waste. Simpler environments often make discipline easier. When your room is calmer, your mind is calmer. When your finances are cleaner, your future feels possible again. Society will often reward visible consumption and ignore invisible discipline. Few people praise someone for having no debt. Few celebrate a full emergency fund. Few admire someone quietly investing each month. But these invisible actions create visible freedom later. The flashy spender may receive attention today. The disciplined saver often receives peace tomorrow. If you do nothing, the default system usually wins. Ads will tell you to upgrade. Social media will tell you to compare. Culture will tell you success must be displayed. But displayed success is often rented. Real success is owned quietly. So begin now. Pause before purchases. Sell what no longer serves you. Automate savings. Delay upgrades. Define enough. Protect margins. Build reserves. Choose usefulness over image. Remember this. Every dollar you keep can work for you, but every unnecessary expense works against you. Every object you own either supports your life or steals from it. In the end, money is not just math. It is behavior. It is identity. It is patience. It is the courage to look ordinary while building something extraordinary. You do not need more stuff to feel successful. You need more control. You need more clarity. You need more space between what you earn and what you spend. Because the strongest financial position is not looking rich. It is being free.